Gabriella Rogers.
Gabriella Rogers.
Yeah.
I think we could cut that up a little, though. I don't think that's mainstream.
I know every who's left.
Justin Turner.
Justin Turner.
Sorry, y'all.
I just partied too hard this weekend.
Hey, Party Hardy.
Okay, Party Hardy.
I like that. I like that.
Now, how much is your guy that does your ink? I need to
So
get
I,
more
so
tattoos.
so I went to Pink Rhino. It's in Boystown. They do,
That's expensive. Anytime you say it up there.
no, I mean it was 400 for both.
Yeah, that was high. But I got this one and this one for 150 for the same. What?
Let me see. This did? Well, I guess it's not. It's not.
Sam did both of mine.
I guess it's not. I guess it is just as intricate.
Yeah.
But those are bigger though too.
Yeah.
7 person.
Man,
Yeah.
I'm black ink.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I said, yeah, that's nice.
Oh, okay. Then I ain't going to Texas. I'm sick of my guy. I'm sick of my guy.
I wanted Ryan to do it, but his prices have gotten
Well, I mean, it was my first one ever. Like, I had a dream with my homie and just went straight to it. I was like, whatever money that I'm
Is that the same? Are you doing one o'clock happy today, or are you doing win-win? That's what I want.
We definitely doing win-win.
Okay.
Marcel, can I please use your iPhone bathroom? Thank you. She's on the list. I'm security.
Marshawn, what's the? Oh, I got your text, man. We got to talk about it.
How much time we
I'm
got,
gonna see what you. I will call you after the show.
5 minutes.
5 minutes?
We ain't gonna play the whole 5, so hurry up. When you come back, so make it snappy.
So what were you talking about me for?
I was telling somebody that know y'all that you every other month supposed to be gone and you ain't gone.
Every other day.
All right.
You on?
Yes. That's why.
Right.
That's my testimony. Nobody but God.
Hello. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't see the quick one in your email. So I was wondering if you wanted to use the one from yesterday.
Marshawn, put the details in the comments too, if you see it.
Yep. I see the close and the open, but I don't see the quick one in the email.
Nobody but God.
I, yeah. No, I have everything for open, life insurance, Infinity Bank. I have all the other clicks except for that one. I'll get to it.
What time is Winona gonna make it? You know?
Well,
Stay in your lane. I'm sorry. What's up, Brenda
the
Vincent?
on your list
Family, y'all are tuned in. I'm back. I'm excited to be back.
there was no quick one in that email.
Do you go to Powerhouse? Right.
Okay, let me do that right now, and then I will
Um,
tell you. Yes.
I know
Okay.
Brandy Green.
Okay.
Uh, Tina Cunningham is my
A
sister.
whole powerhouse.
Powerhouse in herself. I'm trying to think who else. I know a few people there. I
Hi, Zoe.
enjoy it.
This is Yolanda from Limited Transition. I was trying to give you a call. Yeah, but minute and 40. They're
Okay.
playing all the voices.
Always the best music right here. It's the AC Green Show. Yeah, and I want to just encourage you and remind you that there is no substitute for a solid foundation.
Boom, 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 boom.
That 3 times is still here.
Still here. Oh, nobody but God. It's thanks to Winona we here today because I was gonna wait a couple more days. I almost said see you Monday, Zoe.
Oh, Lord.
Turn that up just a little, Zoe.
All right, 32 seconds.
Then where's Adam? I know, right there. You're like, yeah, you heard.
Sorry, that took a little bit.
And just like that, we are back. You know what? The last 16 months of my life, I have been through so much. But you know what? I have an altered testimony echoing the potent phrase that you just heard in that song. It was nobody but God. Believers, there come a point in our lives when we have to acknowledge that God is orchestrating the symphony of our existence and guiding us through life's intricate pathways in the throes of adversity when all hope seemed lost. Remember, it was nobody but God who kindled the flame of resilience in you and I. It's your main man, Action Jackson, and you're rocking with the Brunch Bunch right here on Inspiration 1390. We are back. Listen, we had some challenges. Well, I had some challenges. Tavera Fair is on vacation this month. And I know last Tuesday I came in here so excited to be back, and then bam, we disappeared. But you know what? Life happens, and this song that I played, I sent it to our great producer. Shout out to Zoe for switching it up at the last minute. I said, please start the show with this because this song has been my testimony the last few months. It was nobody but God. Listen, no matter what comes your way, no matter how dark it may seem, remember with God on your side, all things are possible. Last week, I want you to know that I lost my uncle, my mother's brother, Lester Richardson. He passed away, and he went from labor to reward. And I want you to continue to pray.
I'm sorry
For,
for you as well.
thank you, brother Adam. He was a strong brother, Chicago, but he lived
How
in
old?
Milwaukee. I don't know how old. He was a little older. uh, but this was my mother's older brother. And so he leaves 3 children and a lot of grandchildren and nieces and nephews and a host of things. He was 16th Street's finest. If you know anything about the West Side, 16th Street back in the day, they called him Bowleg. So Lester Richardson has gained his reward in heaven. And you know what? He went out, he at home with family, and he knew his time was coming, but he kept the faith. We prayed with him, family prayed with him. He was with his daughters. And shout out to my cousins, Leslie, Tracy, and his son Lester Jr., who and all of his granddaughters, because his granddaughters were his caretakers, took care of him, and he will be missed. This is my mother's only last living brother, and now there's 3 left. So continue to pray for my mother, my aunt Mona, and my aunt Marie, who are grieving that loss in
Well,
our
you know the
entire
believers
family.
got you, right? Well, they prayer warriors.
Yes,
Come on.
Adam been missing the mic too because he jumped right on that microphone. He ready though. Listen,
I'm just used to it now.
I don't. I'm not gonna be a gone anymore, believers. I'll be here forever. But
I
no,
know y'all love me.
we also had baby Maddox to come home. Woo, 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 woo. So listen, it is so funny. MJ spent 3.5 months in the NICU, and Maddox spent 3.5 weeks in the NICU. And so we just said nobody but God. We thank God every day that he was able to come home. He was exceeding expectations, and they called us and they said we think it'll be another week or two. And then the doctor called and said, you know what, bring the car seat. You can come pick him up today because Maddox is doing amazing. So Maddox is home.
When was that?
Did he came home Friday? Friday. No, Saturday.
Oh, so you got the whole weekend and stuff with him.
It was Saturday.
Nice.
He came home Saturday because I was preparing to go to a shout out to Deborah Vines, the Answer Incorporated Sweet 16 Gala was this past Saturday, and I could not make it because we picked Maddox up. But Deborah had a successful event. And you know, the Bible tells us for where our heart is, our treasure will be also. So we want to make sure that if we love the work that Deborah is doing and the community she serves, that we continue to pour from our heart and from our treasures to support that great cause. Baby Maddox is home. MJ is home. MJ is doing good. We had a scare with MJ last week. We had to take him to the emergency room. So it's just been a trying time. But you know what? I was getting ready this morning and I said, Alexa, play my light songs on the playlist. And this song came on, Nobody But God. And I just began to praise and thank God because all that we go through, it could have went another way. We could have been planning funerals. Babies could still be in hospital. But thanks be to God who gives us the victory. They are all home. Now, I did realize something this weekend as I was preparing to go pick up Maddox. Zoe, I know you are a mother. I can't remember how many kids you got. One, just one. Well, I realized as I was we had to buy MJ a new car seat for the car, and then Maddox has his old car seat. And as I was putting MJ new car seat in the car, I realized that I'm officially ghetto. Why do I got 2 kids and 2 car seats? Oh Lord, the ghetto. No. Oh, Adam is white for the believers that don't understand that. He didn't get the joke. We just say like it's ghetto to have all these kids. But no, I have 2 car seats, and I'm like, Lord, what did I get myself into? But I'm grateful to God that we had 2 healthy boys, and last night I'm holding one baby, feeding him a bottle, and MJ, who sleeps like a 45-year-old man that's been working 100 hours this week, was all on my head and almost on Maddox. And I just start thanking God for those.
So how is MJ like him being a big brother?
Well, there's a video on my social media if you have not seen it. MJ's first reaction when baby Maddox came home. No, he was in the car seat and he wouldn't he went to touch him and kind of, he did him like he did our dog the first time, like touched him to see and then backed up real quick. And then after a while, we put him on his lap. Him and Valencia was holding him. Yeah. He went right to her to get on her lap. And he pushed the baby out of her lap. And every time she tried to move him back, he kept pushing him. Yeah. And he did that this morning, too. So I'll give him a little time until he can realize that this is your brother. Now, I do say, where's the baby? And he point to the baby. And he tried to feed him. So it's been a very interesting time. But I realize I do want to shout this out. We've been going through so much the last couple of months. And Maddox, of course, if you don't know, that's Maddox Legend Jackson. He was born August the 14th. He was 2 months early. And he was early not because he wanted to be early, but because of some health issues. We had to get him here early. And thank God that he's okay and mom is okay. But the other day when we picked him up, we realized we hadn't bought him anything. Maddox didn't have nothing. So we were scrambling. And in a conversation with my aunt, shout out to my Aunt Mona, I was just telling her, I'm like, you know what? When we leave this hospital, we got to go to the store because we realized we didn't give Maddox anything. And my Aunt Mona got on the phone, got on the horn with my mother, my other auntie. And before you know it, bags and bags and boxes of stuff was just showing up at our house. They were dropping it off. So shout out to my mom and her sisters, my Aunt Mona and my Aunt Marie, for making sure Maddox came home and was straight. And so, continue to pray for us believers, but this is what I'm going to do for you. I am going to continue to pray for you. And today we got a great show. It's action packed. I can't multitask. Adam is sending me notes. And not only is he giving me notes, but it's a shameless plug. No, but you know what? We are so proud of Adam. And Adam has a new song that came out. It came out September the 7th, and it's available everywhere. Adam, what's the song?
It's called What Mac Said. So 5 years ago, we lost Mac Miller, and he's my favorite artist. The reason I started making music.
Okay.
So I decided to put out a song that day that he died. The 5 years just as a tribute. And it's available everywhere. You can get music, YouTube, anywhere. Please go download that, buy it, whatever, stream it, whatever.
Well, believers, if you didn't know, and maybe Adam didn't know, I'm his manager. So make sure you download and stream this stuff. And listen, I want you to continue to listen, as Charmaine from Uncle Remus Chicken always says. Call your friends and your frenemies and tell them to tune in to the Brunch Bunch right here on Inspiration 1390. Stay in your lane. You ain't never heard that joke. Joey, you ever heard that joke?
Okay, good. I stay in your lane. Thank you. You make me feel better.
Stay in your lane may be a white woman.
Nah, she ain't. I know her.
You know her.
She followed me on
Oh,
Instagram.
Lord. Him and Tammy swear they know you stay in your lane.
Well, I've never seen her, but I seen her on Instagram.
What's up, Angel? What's up? Time for y'all to work on the next one.
I've been here for 2 years, and I'm just realizing, why haven't I been doing that since I started?
So you got to make some inspirational, like Chance the Rapper type songs. You should, man. You got airtime.
That's true.
Nobody but God. See? You got to know how to work this.
You want to manage me?
No.
Come on, you just said it. You said it out loud.
Right, when you hit how many streams? 100,000 streams, we need to get you on the contract.
Well, nah, then you don't you wasn't in the gym with me.
No, I'm in the gym.
You wasn't in the gym with me then.
Stay in your lane. I said, you may be he said, thank you, you didn't get the joke. I said, stay in your lane, may be a white woman. Don't forget, tune in this Saturday at 6 p.m. to the Word Network. I meant to share your song, too.
Hey guys,
okay, what story are we doing?
From the Brunch Bunch. Now your home is not just
I shared your whole article. You didn't share my song.
Yeah, because your picture. Did you like that photo, Craig?
Yeah, man, I really appreciate you for that, for real.
Hey, listen.
She said I am.
Most people, I believe it. Most people don't know how to. When the door is open for you, you hold it open for somebody else.
I totally agree.
I had the opportunity, and you know what? I didn't even ask them how to think about it. I just sent the picture and put photo credit Adam Williams.
It's crazy because I work with artists and stuff with pictures and stuff. It's crazy how many people don't tag me. It doesn't make sense. Even with music, I always make sure to.
Well, with the social media, it's different because I feel like if you're paying somebody, you ain't got to tag them.
But I'm saying like for music, let's say this song I just dropped has my friend on it. I split it down 50-50. He gets half of it, I get half of it. Like, no questions, you know?
3344. Call today.
We have so much that we've been missing out on, like stories, and I can't think.
Heard the name. Now experience the promise of ultimate safety that they bring.
I don't feel like talking about no crazy white folks.
I got a crazy parent.
Where we at? In the raw? What in the raw? Okay.
Oh, I printed out some lyrics.
Okay. I'll get it after.
So, of course, I'm not Tamara Fair, but we are, praying for Tamara Fair and lifting her up. I do want to share this Tamara story. In Hot Topics. So listen, if you listen to the Steve Harvey morning show, there has been some drama with Steve Harvey and one of his co-hosts, Shirley Strawberry, who's dealing with a plethora of her own drama right now, right? So her husband, she's been married to for 5 or 6 years. She found out has been scamming her the entire time, cheating on her, buying houses, cars in the name, blah, blah, blah. But recently, a call was dropped. What do they call it? Not dropped like an album. When they put it out. Adam is quiet as a
I'm
church
I'm
mouse
sorry,
now.
you said you can't multitask.
Okay.
I'm checking video.
So never mind. Somebody secretly released a phone leaked.
Mhm.
There it is. Leaked a phone conversation between Shirley Strawberry and her husband, where
Shirley Fields.
no Shirley Strawberry, right? Not Shirley. Where she was talking about Steve Harvey's wife and Steve, and in the conversation, and then she was on the show yesterday, and I didn't get to watch it all yesterday, but apparently Steve gave a rebuttal and comments to what was going on. But it made me to think, in life, we have friends and family, and we don't always see eye to eye with people. And sometimes we're on the phone with friends or family, and we may say, you know what, Adam was too close to me today, and he was blowing his nose, and I think he was sick. And we didn't really mean it maliciously, but you got to be very careful the conversation you had. So it made me to go back to think about. I've been on the air with Tamara for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And we are family, right?
Yes.
And I said, I wonder, have I badmouthed Tamara? And not like badmouth, but said, and I said to myself, one, no, because I don't really do stuff like that. Two, but there have been times where Tamara may get on my nerves or something. And I may mention that, Tammy done got on my nerves today, but it's not in the bed. But I told her this morning on the phone, we were talking, I said, listen, Tammy, I didn't answer the phone. I was rather text you because every time I get on this phone, you go give me a speech. You go tell me what I didn't do right. And I said, but I do appreciate it. And so that whole situation I just really wanted to say to the believers, you have to be very careful the people that you are talking to and talking about, because every best friend has a best friend. And every friend you have does not have your best interest at heart. So you have to be very, very careful. I don't talk about people anyway because it don't make me no money. And if you know me, I like to make money. Now, if I get paid to talk about some folks, listen, I say all day, I got a list of people I can talk about. But I don't just sit and have casual conversations about other people and degrade them and talk about them because it's worthless, right? It really is. But you just got to be careful because I see this happening so much. And look with Shirley Strawberry, somebody who's invited you into their home and made you a part of their family and helps your career. Now you caught lacking talking about him. Now, I know he may be listening. Otis McLaurin, yes, I said his full name, my 81-year-old best friend, did me like that once. Listen, because you know what? Old people don't know how to work these phones. Otis called me. I didn't answer. And instead of hanging up, he was still on my voicemail. And I heard the whole conversation. And he was talking about me to another friend of ours. And after I listened to the voicemail, I said, I'm about to call and cuss this old fool down. But luckily it wasn't too bad. But it wasn't bad, but he was just, it was like, wait a minute, don't be telling my business, and I ain't there. But he was just like, yeah, that Marcel didn't answer, he didn't do this, and he didn't do that. And I said, Otis, you got to be very careful because the eyes of the Lord behold good and evil. Mm-hmm. And when you are anointed, everything in the dark comes to the light. So believers, be careful who you talking about and who you gossiping about on that phone, because you never know who's recording it and who is going to, you know what? Adam and Zoe are just the best. You never know who's gonna listen or hear what you said. And you know what? Then we're gonna have some bigger issues. But until then, it is Corinne Hawthorne. Won't he do it? They threw me off. That's why this outro was bad. But listen, we'll be back right here on the Brunch Bunch.
I'm sorry, I didn't want to not get that.
Thank you for bringing it, but then it threw me off.
I came in hot for sure.
Because I didn't have enough time to filter to make it all come together.
The Strawberry Daughter says the so-called scam with the husband that's going on was known by her mom that she's in jail to sue.
It was too long. Yeah, I was like, I can't listen to all that. How you doing?
I'm still kind of confused on what is the drama.
So wait, the Strawberry Daughter saying her mama was scamming with the husband.
And the mom's in jail now too?
No, wait, they saying that the husband's mother?
No,
she said the Strawberry Daughter. So you talking about Shirley Strawberry?
Wait, what happened?
I'm confused.
Shirley Strawberry's daughter?
That started to confuse me more.
She said her daughter came out and said that the mama was scamming too.
He said he would. Around the whole Marjorie cheating and stuff to get the divorce.
Peep the banner.
Like that. That's when everything got leaked.
Peep the banner.
Her husband is in jail for child pornography.
Gotcha.
Stuff, money.
Because I'm going to talk about that right now.
Yo, tell me. I'll get video. Do you want this or this?
Long form.
Say
Real
ready. Remember real ready.
Real ready.
When are you gonna make me my shirt?
You
said you were gonna make me my real ready shirt.
You got.
You can do it. You can put.
Well, she said allegedly Shirley was in on it too. And you know what? It is something though, but that's why you can't just judge people. But most of the time, when you with a scammer, you know they scam and you. You may not do the scam with them, but you're allowing them to do scam.
Yeah. Still aiding and abetting. Ooh.
Yeah,
you.
Right, Shirley was on the radio.
That'd be so much more funny if it was Shirley Fields.
Oh, thank you, John, because I forgot that part. Shirley said that Steve was overweight and that his wife treated his co-workers like hired help. So the rest of the code, his wife did.
I'm sorry, but I was looking at the faces of all the men on that show, and they was all just looking like people need to stop talking.
Look like us.
Like all of them just look like.
I'm not trying to be insulting.
No, I thank you. That's what you're here for.
Yeah, that's way better.
Yeah. In public, Steve's gonna probably try and say,
No, get a couple more.
Try to.
I like.
Like, oh, it's not that bad.
Oh, actually, can you get like your ring kind of like over the top?
You see that Action Jackson?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Can you get your ring like like you're holding it, like, but be blessed. Yeah, like that. Keep your hand that way. I just need to get her.
They said it. Look, they said they think she was in jail with the interview. I'm gonna have to listen, but when I saw 19 minutes, I was like, wait a minute.
No, they broke them up in segments on YouTube. She was saying some crazy
Are you
stuff
frustrated
about
with
the
Was she? And did he accept her apology?
I don't think he accepted. I know she did a public apology. Like on the radio, but I didn't hear that he accepted.
Yeah, that's cool.
But I know he was pissed off. Like,
Cut this down some.
No.
Also, have you been reading the
Happy birthday, Nakayo.
Have you been reading DMs on our
35. All right, that's a good age.
on our Instagram?
Huh?
Have you been reading the DMs on our Instagram at all?
IDM?
Yeah. So I said, this person wants to work with us. I said it's 200. She said, we'll do that. Where's it located? I'll tell Amanda if you send me the link. But I said payment. You said payment before I sent the link.
So somebody said they paid. I got a text today. We got to check it after. I'm glad. So let's talk about that after the show.
But am I right in saying payment before link?
The link has where they pay to book the date. We got to update that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, can you also send me that login info?
Calendly.
Yeah.
It's the Brunch Bunch.
Hey guys, it's Tamara Fair
And Action Jackson.
from the Brunch Bunch. Now your home is not just a place.
I don't
It's a
got that with this
lifetime of
before.
memories, hard-earned and cherished. At Secure
We'll
Home
do
and
that all after.
Automation, they understand what it means to protect these memories. As a Brinks authorized dealer, they stand guard over 1 million homes and businesses, ensuring safety 24/7, 365 days a year.
And you know what? Their response
Who else is trying to get
ever
on?
vigilant, providing top-notch monitoring. For
What a commercial. What a commercial. I like that music on background.
Will fulfill and even exceed
Oh,
all
there's
industry
somebody
standards.
else.
With Secure Home and Automation, they have the power
Oh,
to
this is
customize
way
your security
better.
solution. Round the
Did you
clock
put new
peace of
music in
mind
this,
sounds
Zoe?
good to me.
Mhm,
Isn't
that's
that
the same
We
song.
just never really hear.
Secure Home and
Oh.
Automation,
Y'all just don't
Music sound louder.
a part of your legacy.
They're safeguarding your home and preserving your
We
peace.
didn't have
Uh-oh, they say the bodyguard dropped a video showing that the relationship with him and Marjorie was real. Send it to us on Instagram, Stay in Your Lane.
Jessica, I'm doing good. How about you?
To secure your tomorrow.
Hey, Jessica.
You heard the name. Now experience the promise of ultimate safety that they bring to your home.
Yep.
Call Stacy Chauncey.
Nikayo. Did I say that right?
3344. Stacy Chauncey, 866-447-3344.
Ah,
He gonna come out with all
it's a good marketing plan.
He coming with a 10-hour book.
So what's going on is we're going to dive into the world of cutting edge technology and how it's revolutionizing the entrepreneurial landscape. I'm thrilled again to introduce you to Alfred, your ultimate AI business assistant. Woo, woo, woo. Now listen, I've got a lot of questions after the last Tuesday's show, and so I wanted to talk about it a little bit more. Alfred is not your ordinary app. It's an AI-powered powerhouse designed to assist entrepreneurs, both seasoned and aspiring, on their journey to success. With features that streamline tasks, boost productivity, and enhance creativity, Alfred is set to become every entrepreneur's trusted companion. But what's the magic behind Alfred? It's the power of AI, artificial intelligence. AI isn't just a buzzword, it's a game changer. It's about leveraging machines to handle repetitive tasks, analyze data, and provide valuable insights, allowing entrepreneurs to focus on what truly matters: innovation and growth. Now, throughout our discussion, I want to just explore Alfred and some of its features. I use Alfred daily, and entrepreneurs are asking this. Just not entrepreneurs. This is for professionals, entrepreneurs, whoever needs a little bit of help. People say, well, what influencers, what can I use Alfred for? I'll give you an example. This morning, I was preparing for the show, realized I had a meeting at 10:45, and I needed to reschedule. I said, Alfred, type this email to reschedule this interview. Bam. In less than 10 seconds, it was typed. I pressed the button on Alfred to share.
Typed fast.
He typed very fast. I shared it directly to the email, and bam, they emailed me back. Thank you for that quick response. Let me know when you're available. Another feature I use Alfred for: social media. Now, of course, shameless plug, Baby Action. Follow him on Instagram, Baby Action _. He has his own Instagram page. And so when we started it, it was to keep people updated because everybody was like, what's going on with MJ? Where's MJ? So I created the page. But managing the social media page is a lot of work. So trying to come up with statuses and be creative and sound funny and make it like it's coming from a 1-year-old was driving me bananas.
When you went to the shed and it said "fantastic day," I knew that wasn't you.
It definitely wasn't me. Now, his beginning posts that are real spiritual and deep, that was Dada. The fun, cool ones are Alfred. And so I'll say, hey, Alfred, well, you can go. He's a social media manager. Alfred, write a caption for MJ's video. He went to the Shed Aquarium with his Lolo and make it funny. But I don't have to always say it to Alfred because he understands. He knows already. So then Alfred spits out the caption and the hashtags. Other things I do. Alfred has what's called daily wisdom. And I made sure we did that because I know as an entrepreneur, as a leader in church and all, we are always pouring out into other people, but sometimes we don't get it poured back into us, and not on a daily basis. So I wanted Alfred to pour into the user. So every day, Alfred, because he knows you, will give you what's called Alfred's daily wisdom. But what I did with Alfred's daily wisdom is I had Alfred to create 30 days of daily wisdom for social media. And so every day at 7:30 a.m., now Alfred is posting a inspirational quote, and he did it himself. So there are so many features. And
where can they get it?
You can go to www.hirealfred.com. And I did that because it's like hiring a staff member. You know what? HR. I decided, so we're hiring interns. I needed to upgrade our job posting. That's what it's called, Lord Jesus. And it used to be where I would Google, try to find one, edit it and all that. But because Alfred knows the Dream Center, I said I need a job posting for this, for that, and this, and he did it all in 30 seconds. Now, one of my favorite things, which I had a publicist reach out to me and say, AI is the devil. And I said, no, it is not the devil. It's a tool that you can use. I had Alfred to write me a press release about Alfred himself. And he wrote it. And then I got featured in a couple of news stories. We got another one dropping today. So you know what? It's a great tool.
You can get it on the App Store, though, too, right?
It's available on Apple. It's available on Google. But you can just go to hirealfred.com, download the app. You can get started for free, do some stuff, see what you like about it, what you don't like about it, and use it. But figure out how you can use it to your advantage. There's so many ways. And so what I'm going to do is start doing some educational videos on educating people about how Alfred works. Because listen, you know, people are saying that AI could be the signs of the times. No, AI is just a tool that we have to get in front of and control, because everything in this world was created by God. And guess what? God is a genius. It's Kevin Ross. God is a genius right here on the Brunch Bunch.
I've been waiting so long to hear the song.
Hey, your guest here? Hey, why not?
Hey there. She's there.
Okay, we ready
She's
for
been
you.
here. Hey there, how you doing? Did you guys meet Gabriella?
Gabriella, good to meet you.
Gabriella been in the combo with us, talking, engaging with us. Thank you.
Giving us all the tea on Steve Harvey.
Yeah, she up to
Steve Harvey.
No, she just knew the story.
Yeah, I've been keeping up with the whole strawberry and
You're gonna have to tell me what it is. I'm behind. You know, she's also interning with Ramonski Love.
Yeah.
Okay, it looked like I've met you before somewhere.
She's a TV radio.
Okay.
I just I want to go graduate from Illinois Media School.
Okay.
A TV and radio broadcasting. Big competition. Tell everybody hello.
Okay. Zoe, you went to Illinois Media? Okay.
You all knew each
I
other.
graduated in 2017.
Okay.
Yeah, she graduated before I did.
Well, right after this, let's do. Well, we'll wait. Want to wait on your guest to get in here? Or are you ready?
No, I'm ready. She'll be in a few minutes. So. Oh, but in order to be on, we should wait on her so she can come on.
Oh, well, yeah. Here she go, right here.
Hey, Twilight. Oh. We're gonna have her on more than once.
Okay.
Between now and October.
She's been on before, too.
Yeah.
Oh, you got the surface too. My IT just got me the right generation of it. It's time for a new one. I've had this right
30 seconds.
But he told me not to get the newest edition, so this is like I forget which one.
I got a surface.
This one was $2,600. The one I had before.
Volume down. Yep. Good.
Okay, want me to? Did you hear feedback? I got my headphones. Okay, thank you. So, nope. Win-win drop.
I need to change the spelling of her name.
You can go just click.
It's really
there it is.
Really founder.
Founder, thank you.
You mean the chief? It needs to be the spelling of chief needs to be spelled.
It's
I-E-N.
That's the wrong company.
So just put founder and CEO. I hear myself.
That's me.
Oh.
Then maybe you gotta do that, and then I'll unmute her because she's in the middle.
Okay.
Ready?
Nope. Disconnect to this. Two phones I gotta remember.
It's time for Community Chatter with Winona Redmond, sponsored by Win-Win Communications.
I just rock with it.
Well, you know, Tuesday is my favorite day of the week. I say this every Tuesday. When it is Community Chatter, Winona Redmond and Win-Win Communication brings me a new best friend. And you know what? She never ceases to amaze me. We are so glad to have her back in the studio. We missed you last week. Why, Nona? What's going on?
Let me just say, I love being on radio, but I love being on Inspiration, Gospel Inspiration 1390, because it's all about, it's all about the big news, the good news. Congratulations, Marcel. I am so proud of you and baby Maddox and MJ. Congratulations. I'm excited. Auntie Winona's coming up real soon.
Yes.
But, and we said today is my nephew, Winslow Redman Jr.'s birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Yesterday, 9/11, 22 years ago, I had a conversation with my twin because my nephew was born the day after 9/11, and everybody knows Win-Win is Winona and Winslow. Together we win. So that's what the Win-Win agency is named after. So I say happy birthday to Winslow today.
How old is he today?
He is 22. He's the day after 9/11 he was born.
Wow.
But we celebrated 10 years we celebrated 10 years in last year. And I said we were going to be intentional about working with people and causes we believe. I've come full circle, and I am so excited to have Twyla Jenkins as a guest today. But Twyla and I go way back, and what we're looking at is really partnerships. When they say two are better than one,
yes.
I am so proud of Twyla. When I became president of the National Black Public Relations Society years ago, Sandy Lynn stepped up and said, I'm going to be the meeting planning. And then Twyla Jenkins stepped in. She saved us. She organized conferences in Philadelphia, Las Vegas. She organized everything. Back then, she was starting her agency. That fast forward 20 years, Twyla is now the CEO of her own company. Always knew that she was going to be great, but she's done so much. She's had corporate clients, and she brought us into some of her pieces, but she's done such a phenomenal job. She used to always be the sanity behind all of the conference planning for Rainbow Push conferences.
Wow.
But she's done so well. But when she stepped out and said, I'm going to do my own event, and she has done I Am That Woman retreat. So welcome.
Welcome.
But I'm just excited, and Twyla will be with us with the Win-Win slot more than once. But wanted to welcome Twyla today because you plan events, but you have a powerful event coming up, and there's still time to join October 25th through the 29th because it's substance. So welcome, Twyla. But tell us your journey. Tell us your story. We done had Black Business Month. We've had Black Women's Small Business Month. But you've had a journey. And, you served in so many others, and then you created your own. Yeah. So welcome.
Welcome. I am so happy to be here. Thank you, Winona. And yes, we go way back. And so congratulations to you starting Win-Win. I have been an entrepreneur for 22 years. I cannot
22 years.
Wow.
So I've been with Rainbow Push for 21 of those 22 years. So yes, it has been a long time. And also had clients like the National Black Public Relations Society and the Chicago Urban League and Ronald McDonald's House Charities, the Art Institute. The list goes on and on. Blessing, nothing but blessing.
Yes.
But she's always been organized and ordered. And I had one client, we were doing an event for him. He was like, when Twyla is on projects, she tells us what to do.
I love it. But today I am here to talk about my nonprofit. And so, and today is 43 days exactly until October 25th. We will be in Scottsdale, Arizona for the I Am That Woman retreat. This is the 4th retreat. And I know after being an entrepreneur for 22 years, Rome was not built in a day. And so we are still building this movement. And this movement is about health and wellness. Winona, the numbers do not lie. Black women do not take care of ourselves. We have a problem with taking time for self-care. Sometimes we feel like, it's selfish, but it's required. And that's what this retreat is all about. The I Am That Woman movement is unique because it focuses on our mental, emotional, spiritual, physical, and financial wellness. A lot of times you'll find retreats that might do one or the other. we don't leave anything on the table. We know that all of us has to come together professionally and personally. And so this 5-day, 4-night luxury retreat is going to be in Scottsdale, Arizona in October, where the weather will be perfect.
Yes.
That was my first question. I was like, is it going to be hot?
Everyone says, oh my God, Scottsdale is so beautiful in October. And I just left there. Actually, the temperatures were perfect. It barely hit 100 degrees when I was there. And so the resort is absolutely amazing. 5 pools, 2 dining outlets. But women, let me tell you, if you need to take that time to get away from running the house, running the job, running the career, running everything that we run, because that's what we do, right?
Send help. They leaving us.
Come so that you can get some strength, courage, and wisdom to return to be the best you that you have ever been. I love looking up this Bible right in front of me. And so that's what we stand on. We stand on our spiritual principles because we start our day in what's called morning mindfulness. And that is in prayer, yoga, and meditation, because we know that when you are intentional about how you start your day, it sets the tone for the rest of your day. So this retreat is about learning how to live, right? We do not learn how to live. We learn how to take care of everybody else. From the time we got to these shores, we have been taking care of other people.
Yes.
And that's what Black women know how to do best.
And you know, we always, I'm so impressed. You started this and you had the pandemic hit. Yes. And as folks are coming back out, I'm joining for the first time. Every year there was something else, but I went through something. And I was talking with Avis Lavelle this morning, and the sorority or the community of folks that have lost their mother, their matriarch. And so I'm coming to be a client, to be healed. But what I've been impressed about this, and as you say, you're still building, I see such a powerful movement and a need. We do a lot of work with Collaborative Bridges, with Wellness West, the mental health. We work with all the different agencies, and for Black women in particular, it is serious. I don't have children. I'm auntie, I'm TT. And what our children are going through, to be worried about how when they have a police stop, to understand their trauma, but to put our own oxygen masks on, I want you to make sure, because I'm like, it's how many days before the event?
It is 43 days. We're at the countdown.
I think that I'm getting ready to tell everybody I know, because I'm coming.
Yeah.
But I think that you have a lineup that is really, you've got someone that specializes in grief.
Yes.
And, looking at the speakers you had Connie Lindsay, one of my favorites to come on Wealth. You had Cheryl Grace, who's one of my marketing coaches, colleagues, and friend. I told her she's the trainer that does like the ones I like that work out in front of you to show you this is how you do it.
Yeah.
But I think with 43 days left, I'm like, we didn't talk to Tamara about, Tamara, come on, Tamara, with all your mindset, bookstore and products. Yes. But I think that let's just talk about the spiritual piece, the yoga piece. Yasir Rahatep had, taught me yoga years ago. He's certifying folks, but I'm still one of his. But the yoga, the spiritual piece, but the actual, and be in a beautiful setting. But talk about the breakout speakers, because I'm looking forward to the piece on grief.
Yes, absolutely. So to that point and to that end, about what we do focus on, because one affects the other. So your mental, your emotional, your spiritual, financial, it all is together. So we are starting today, the day on Thursday. It will be that Thursday, October the 25th, 26th. We're starting our day with the spiritual renewal, and we're going out at sunrise, where we will be looking at Camelback Mountain, right? And so, and we're going to do some self-healing, right? And some self-love and awaken who we are as just divine beings. This is not a religious conference by any stretch of the imagination, but we do delve into who we are as spiritual beings, because that is who we are, right?
That's right.
And so, and then
some of us know who created us. So.
Right. And then to your point, we go into our sessions and we start with permission to love and permission to live. And that's talking about grieving. Dr. Portia Lockett out of Detroit, who is the chaplain at Detroit Memorial, she herself lost her son in a tragic car accident last year, and has since started her own foundation about healing and about grieving, because to your point, if we've lost our matriarchs or our patriarchs, it changes our lives. I know when my father passed, it changed my life. And so how do we deal with grief? And so we're talking about that. We're also talking about our nutritional, right? And physical mobility.
Yes.
Because what you eat has an impact on how we move, right? And so Chef Jamaica Pessoa, who's a celebrity chef, as well as Valerie Tyler, who is our fitness guru, is coming and doing that nutritional and physical well-being session, right?
Is she gonna be allowed to cook?
She is gonna sample a little something. But you know what she's talking about that we don't talk about, and we don't do seasoning. How we season our food. Because one of the staples of the Black kitchen, seasoning salt, garlic salt and pepper. And
all of it at the same time, too.
And more salt, right?
And it's not seasoned good enough unless you see it.
Right? What about some ginger? What about some herbs? What about how we can season our food, you know, that is healthy, that helps with that inflammation we're dealing with, right?
Big time.
That alleviates some of that stress and anxiety that we're going through, right? So food and plants have a natural healing. So Chef Pessoa is going to be talking about that. And then Valerie's going to be talking about how that mobility helps us. Valerie is almost 70 years old. I work out with her 4 times a week. I aspire to have a body like her. She's doing the Chicago Marathon. She just did an Ironman competition. Her and Ernestine Shepherd came in 2018. They were on the stage embarrassing all of the 30 and 40-year-olds.
I love it.
It's amazing.
So that means there's hope for me. We worked with the Chicago Event Management on the half marathon on the west side, and I keep saying if I can make the wellness walk, but I'm like, if I start training, maybe in a couple years I could actually do a marathon. So if
you got it.
70, there's hope.
There is hope. Ernestine Shepherd didn't start till she was in her 50s.
Okay.
So there is hope. And then, you know, so to your point about everything that we're talking about, financial wellness has to be on the table.
It stresses you out when you don't have it.
When we don't have our money right, it stresses us out. It drives our anxiety up. And so we have a Midwest Legacy, a former NBA player, Christopher Gandy, who now owns Midwest Legacy, is coming to talk to us about our finances and how, you know, we know that our health is our wealth, but we got to also have our wealth together. And so we have a whole session about how we're saving, how we're investing, what's the best thing to do right now with the high inflation and all of that. So sometimes we don't know what to do and how to do it when the markets have changed. So he's coming to pour into us about our financial wellness. And then we can't leave out professional and personal development. They go hand in hand. So Yvette Jones-Johnson, who's local, is coming to also share with us that personal and professional life. What mask are you wearing when you go to work? And what mask do you have to take off when you go home? Are you the same person? And how do you deal with the stresses at work, at home? Are you carrying one into the other? And so, so she's going to be pouring into us. Listen, her and her husband have transformed people on Skid Row in LA. These women are transforming lives. And so she is coming to pour into us to do some of that same work that she did with people who had nothing and turned them around into having a career, into going back to being in corporate America and to being entrepreneurs. So she does some powerful work about our professional and personal development. And then
you got a powerhouse itinerary.
Man, look,
this is only for women. I'm almost ready to sign up.
Come on, send your wives, see your girlfriends. I'm
Yeah.
telling y'all, see your partners. This is where we need to be. And so Latia Vaughn, if you came to our Women's History Month brunch, Latia was there. This woman of God is so amazing. She is a futurist. She is one of only 5 African American futurists in the country. And I know you're saying, what in the
Yeah,
world?
I'm like, tell the believers what's the future. I know, but I want you to tell them.
She uses her prophetic gift to help Fortune 500 companies to project what they will be doing in their companies in the future.
Wow.
And so, yeah, right? Powerful, right?
Wow.
So she will be on the stage speaking into the women in the room about our next, right? Where are we going? What's God preparing for us? How do we need to be prepared mentally and emotionally and spiritually? So Latia Vaughn, check her out, look her up. I'm telling you, you want to be in the room.
So we always run out of time. This is I'm so excited, and but let's talk about how we can get folks. You got room to still get folks this year, and then next year is going to be number 5.
Yes.
Is it going to still be in the same place?
No, we might be going to St. Thomas.
Okay, so I love St. Thomas. Ooh, I love so wait. I'm a part of it. I'm a part. There's like an Indian restaurant that I still go, but in any event, we want to be able to give folks the opportunity to join. Going through what I went through with my mother, I started a nonprofit, a ministry, the Dear Me Care Circle. My grandmother's birth name was Dear Me, and the Care Circle, so many folks had information. So ministries like that to connect. So we want to make sure we even bring in, maybe we have one of the speakers come in, but how do we tactically let folks come and sign up?
Yes.
How do we? Because
I'm
going and I want to bring some girlfriends.
Listen, I want to know.
Make it a
It's
party.
affordable. It's
It is
affordable.
affordable.
And so, travel is not bad. Airfare.
How can they register?
IamThatWomanMovement.org. IamThatWomanMovement.org.
Now, listen, I'm not that woman, but I want to sign up because this sounds like a good time. But you know what? Winona's excited. I got excited. I can't even come. But listen, believe it. If you need somewhere to be with a group of women that will not only encourage you, inspire you, and lift you up while being led by a panel of amazing speakers and coaches, you want to go to IamThatWoman.movement. IamThatWomanMovement.org. Listen, Twyla, I love that name too. Listen, I mean, steal that from one of my future kids.
And that's just one day. So that's just one day. The next day we're going to Sedona, Arizona for a private day tour. The next day we finish up.
Wait, that was one day we just talked about?
Just one day.
Oh, we definitely got to have you back.
So we're going to have Twyla back for October 25th. We want to give folks the opportunity to still join. I want to, before I leave, DJ Belo, DJ Brandon.
Yes.
We were at Deborah Vines had a party. She didn't have an event. She had a party with, but he told me, I listened to you on the radio. Marcel said you lost your mother. I'm sorry. I said, I'm going to say hello to you on the air. So Deborah had she had a great event for autism.
He said, hey, Winona, DJ Belo. Listen, shout out to Winona Redmond Community Charter. I would be remiss if I didn't say happy birthday to my nephew. Today is his birthday. He turned 19, September 12th. And you know what, believers, last Tuesday when we left the station, I didn't even get to tell Winona there was so much going on. We got our numbers, and we are still number one. So listen, tune in tomorrow.
That's a win-win.
It is win-win, and it will be Wednesday. Up next is AC Green. After that, Pastor DeAndre Patterson with the afternoon drive. We get it done all night long. Right here on Inspiration 1390.
20 seconds to spend.
Perfect.
20 seconds. I could have got a lot done. Oh, I could have got a lot done in 20 seconds. No, that was great. Everybody on Facebook has said this is a great panel, great info, great discussion.
But we get ready to release the folks, but I'm getting to St. Thomas. I love St. Thomas. So I'm working on that. No, you can do that. Actually, one of them.
You need to come to the retreat. I'm trying to work it there too.
But
and I didn't even get to say it, but we have a firm now, so you can stretch out your payments.
Oh,
so yeah. So we started that today, October.
See your Facebook.
Right here.